But we're making a movie that's not just for the gamers. We want a movie that kids can enjoy too. You know, 10, 11-year-old, this is their favorite movie. Turn off your brain and grab a bucket of popcorn and be an 11-year-old kid or bring...
My apologies, Mr. Eli Roth. I won't be able to turn my brain off and pretend I'm a child for this viewing experience, being that I'm not a fucking child. Since when do we have to turn our brains off in order to enjoy children's media? There's plenty of great children's movies and TV shows out there. So if you can't tell already, I don't like this movie, but I'll take it a step further. I think this is the worst movie of the entire year. At least. You might be thinking, how could it possibly be that bad? It looks like it's decently entertaining. No, you'd be surprised. And I was surprised. Even if you turn your brain off like a child, you still won't get anything out of it. And I'm gonna show you exactly why. It's insane how bad this is. The most entertainment you'll get out of this film is watching the cast and crew try to answer questions about the movie being reviewed so poorly.
Regardless of what everybody's saying online and their reviews and et cetera, you did the damn thing.
Yeah, you know, there's always people that are gonna make noise, but there's also people that love it too, so.
There's also people that loved it. Who's this person? Have you met this person? I'm surprised you got Cate Blanchett to agree to this bullshit too. She's actually in some good stuff. Well, wait, where the fuck is she? Looks like she's too embarrassed to be in the promotional material. She's over there on the Good Morning Show where they barely ask her about the movie and they talk about facials instead.
Did she give you some kind of a facial of some sort?
I gave her a facial.
Oh!
I can give you one.
Thank you.
After the thing.
Thank you.
What did you give me in your hotel room?
Secret has to stay between us, Jamie Lee. I thought. No, it's a family show. Anyway.
I gotta say, I didn't really have the highest expectations for Eli Roth because he's never impressed anybody in the past. He put out that film Hostel 2 and he couldn't shut up about it for years. He yapped so much that he ended up yapping his way into a conversation with Quentin Tarantino, one of the best filmmakers of our generation, who ended up being involved with the creation of Hostel 2. During one of their conversations, he actually decided to cast Eli Roth as the Bear Jew for Inglourious Bastards, which is a very iconic role. It's kind of strange to think you can go through an entire filmmaking process with Quentin Tarantino and not pick anything up. Eli Roth hasn't grown as a filmmaker since he started making movies, at least from what I'm seeing. Is he cheap or something? Why does Hollywood keep giving him opportunities to make big budget movies? If they would have just given this script to George Miller, the creator of the Mad Max movies, he would have killed it. The way that George Miller put those movies together is pretty much exactly what would have benefited Borderlands. But now we're stuck with this putz. So the movie starts off with a really stupid monologue fit for a really stupid movie. It's just Cate Blanchett telling us how little she wants to be there.
That sounds like some wacko BS, right?
Then we get Star Wars, except it looks really bad.
God damn! There's no air holes in there.
We used to talk about the Ghostbusters remake.
Okay, power up!
Or the Jumanji remake, which happens to also have Kevin Hart in it. But even those two abominations have redeeming qualities. This one's a bit painful. Hollywood's really trying to make Kevin Hart into some sort of badass. Kind of like what they did to Will Smith, because they can't use Will Smith anymore. At first, it was just a bit goofy. It's like, oh, this short little wee guy is beating up everybody. But then Kevin Hart started to grow an ego, and he wanted to actually be taken seriously as an action star. I think Kevin Hart's okay, generally speaking. He does a fine job in some movies, but enough is enough. Now we're gonna see what Cate Blanchett's up to. Her name's Lilith in the movie, but if you play the game, she doesn't seem like Lilith at all, so I'm just gonna call her Cate Blanchett for the rest of the video.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Not quite sure why the direction was to be a complete cunt no matter what the situation is, but she's about as unlikable as you can possibly get.
Yeah, what do you think of Lilith as a character, Kyle?
Fucking blue, literally all she was just a dick.
I was just like,
And she's the one we're supposed to be rooting for. All we really know about her is that she can shoot stuff and she doesn't like things. Brings her bounty into a bar for whatever reason, and somebody approaches her with a question, and then she just punches him in the fucking face. I think it was made to be some sort of badass moment, but the guy posed zero threat. All he was doing was offering a job.
I represent a very wealthy man who has a contract.
A few moments go by and then she just murders everybody that came with him. Good job, movie. You got me to dislike the protagonist within the first 5 minutes of the film. I guess you showed me that she can shoot pretty good, but then we get the slow clap villain reveal. Takes some balls to actually be that cheesy. And even though she has no clue if this guy poses a threat or not, she just shoots him in the fucking forehead anyways. Guy could have been the father to a family of 10 that need him and rely on him, but nope, let's just shoot him. Let me just completely overreact and murder this guy. Then it turns out the guy's not really the guy. He's got this projection thing, and he's like, "Ha, I knew that you would do that. I told them not to underestimate you since you're the best bounty hunter of all time."
My daughter has been kidnapped.
So Kevin Hart's got the little girl, Kate Blanchett wants the little girl, and now we've got a movie. You know that cool thing that movies do where they can show you how a character feels about certain things by just displaying their subtle reactions? We're supposed to understand the fact that Kate Blanchett doesn't like the planet of Pandora. She grew up there and she hates it. So what they do is every single character that Kate Blanchett runs into, she tells them how much she hates it, unprompted sometimes.
Your daughter's on Pandora?
They've got a narration track of her saying she doesn't like it.
Let me tell you everything you need to know about Pandora. It's a shithole.
Followed by her telling a person she doesn't like it. Followed by her saying to herself, with nobody around, "I hate this planet."
God, I hate this planet.
And then follows that up by saying she doesn't like Pandora for the rest of the fucking movie to everybody she meets. All right, I think I got it. She shoots stuff, she doesn't like things, and she doesn't like Pandora, which I guess falls under the second thing, right? What else doesn't she like?
Vault Hunter.
Not a Vault Hunter, but...
Find the vault.
You can stop there.
Hello, brave Vault Hunter.
Could you turn this shit off?
This bus is for transporting Vault Hunters.
Not a Vault Hunter.
Where all Vault Hunters begin.
No, not a Vault Hunter.
Vault Hunter.
Really, not.
Good luck, Vault Hunter.
Not a Vault Hunter.
Then she goes and looks for the kid. And this movie's version of storytelling is showing you a bunch of boring shit that you don't want to see. And then things that could have been actually interesting, they omit from the movie and then cover it with the narration track.
So, hijacked one of Atlas's shuttles and 2 weeks on the trail, and it was as cold as Pandora's moons. Psychos, murderous gangs. But then I spoke to some locals. It was time to catch a ride and head north. Then I ran into some other locals.
Thanks for the overview. It's not like we're watching a movie that could have shown that stuff to us. Then we're introduced to probably the most annoying part of the film, which is Claptrap. Claptrap was kind of funny in the games. He was a good comedic relief. He was a decent character. In this movie, he's annoying as fuck. And in a movie filled with things that are annoying as fuck, I don't say that lightly. He's really, really bad. And Jack Black does a terrible job clumsily delivering lines that sound like they could have been coming out of the mouth of an animated Disney monkey or something.
Y'all bitches need to eat your own butts with your hoopy mouth ass faces until you die from loser poisoning like the stupid puss crotches that you...
It sounds really, really bad. You should have gotten the original Claptrap voice. Oh, wait. Well, you could have gotten the new Claptrap voice. That would have been better. Why can't we hire voice actors to do voice actor roles anymore?
But the moment you landed on Pandora, I was reactivated because I've been programmed to help you upon your return.
In the theater I was at, nobody laughed. Everybody in the theater was silent during all of the joke segments, and it created such an awkward, embarrassing feeling.
And the Lambs teaming up with the Psychos.
Seems like Atlas will hire just about anyone.
Concentrating.
You started the conversation, you bitch. This is their idea of an action scene. A sniper overlay image, no bullet effects, no blood effects, and it's like one guy. Fucking action music in the background. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to be a child to enjoy it. Sorry, Eli. It's totally not because you blew your budget on a bunch of name brand actors and you didn't have any resources to make any of the scenes look good. I know, we'll just have Kate Blanchett tell you how there was this epic battle, and then they'll just know that it happened because she told you that it happened, and then we'll show them walking from place to place, talking about shit we don't care about. Yeah, they really needed that car so they can drive 2 minutes up the road and get to their destination. And we get this shitty character design for Tiny Tina that looks out of place in every scene she's in. You have the character that's overacting with her facial emotions and underacting with her vocals. She does not know where she is or why she's saying the things that she's saying. It sounds like she's just reading from a piece of paper without any context as to why she's saying these things. She doesn't know what her character is, and frankly, I don't either. If you want us to have any emotional resonance with the characters on screen, you have to establish who they are as people. Even if we aren't supposed to connect with them, we should know more than one thing about them. What we know about Tiny Tina: she was born because Atlas made her. She likes bombs. That's it.
Can you grab my badonkadonk?
Just look at how real and convincing these scenes look right here. Some of the best VFX work I've seen. That looked pretty bad. I wonder what the budget is for something like this. $120 million. What's this? Barely 3 weeks after its $90 million flop, the Borderlands movie is reportedly giving up on cinemas and going straight to streaming. That's what it should have been all along. If it was straight to streaming, I don't think it would have been as offensive. People wouldn't have been as mad. Reportedly earned back just $21 million of its $110 million budget. Fucking good job. This is the reason why we spread the good word when a trash movie is truly trash. We don't want to encourage this in the future. We want to get the masses together in sync. This is seriously a Disney Channel made-for-TV type of performance by Tina here. They continuously call her special, and it's a little distracting that the actress herself has autism. I think I just made that up, but it definitely seems like she has autism.
My mind is awesome. My mind's so cool.
Oh, and did I forget to mention that Cate Blanchett doesn't want to be here?
I don't want to be here.
And then Kevin Hart shows up, and then the corporation shows up, and as if the writing couldn't get corny enough, Cate Blanchett's like, "You in what army?" And then the bad guy's like,
"The one right behind me."
And then on cue, they all come over the horizon as if they rehearsed that shit or something. They also showed a road that would have led directly to them, but instead they drove to the top of the hill so they can make that dramatic reveal. Now they're all on the run together. They drive into this blocked off area, and the gag is that it's a bunch of pee. It's a bunch of creature poop and pee. Even though there's chemicals and weird green gas flying everywhere on the outside, Tina rolls the window down. It's extremely obvious she only did this so that they can eventually get a bunch of pee all over them. And Kevin Hart's character wants her to roll the window back up and doesn't elaborate on why.
Put the window up.
Why?
Put the window up.
And Tina's like, "No, I want the window down. Why do I have to roll it up?" And he still doesn't say why, and the scene is dragged on for way too long, and then they all get splashed by the pee.
I don't want to. My mouth.
Not only is it potty humor, it's also tonally confusing. This is in the middle of a chase scene that's supposed to be tense. At this point, you don't know much about Tina as a character. It would have been interesting if they made Tina a character that was smart and independent and crafty since she had to grow up by herself. But since she's still a kid, she'll be drawn towards childlike things, and they could have created a cool dynamic with that. But instead, they just committed to the one-dimensional depiction of stupid. So now they're pinned in between this big CGI monster and the army people chasing them, and they're all gonna die if they don't do anything. Kevin Hart somehow pulls this off and like shoots a missile in the mouth of the fucking monster and then drives through. And the way they actually executed this scene was really stupid. They could have made it so he had continuous momentum, but they had him like stop for a second, so it looks really off. But even after surviving all of that, which was like close to impossible, they end up getting a flat tire, which is a trade I'll take any day. They were about to die before. And Cate Blanchett's character continues to be an unlikable cunt.
Feels like we blew a tire.
You call that a plan? You call that a plan?
They're about to die. He figures out a way to get through and make this huge jump into this squid and then through it, and then they survive because of it. And then the tire pops, and she's like, "Oh,
that
yeah.
was your fucking
Oh, that's your plan. That's a fucking trash plan."
That's a
It's
trash,
like,
you
nigga, you're alive. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, if I had a spare tire in the trunk. Everything was good.
What the fuck are you bitching about? It's not even your car. You're alive now. It's a miracle he pulled that off. If he didn't, you would be dead. This character is so bad. She's just a whiner. Nobody likes a character that's constantly complaining and whining at every fucking chance. This scene is just fucking magic. Lightning in a bottle, this scene. They're on the side of the road now, and Kevin Hart's like, hey, I don't really trust you. You're a bounty hunter, and you're here to get the kids, so I'm gonna kill you now. And then she's like, no, because reasons. And then he's like, okay. And then they move on, and then they're the best of friends. No problem. They like get over that in 2 seconds.
The power of friendship.
Conscience.
Just because you add the intense sound effect doesn't make Kevin Hart intimidating. I'm sorry. And if you notice, every scene looks like an SNL skit. That's because despite the $120 million budget, every scene uses flat lighting, which means they basically blast the set with light. There's no contrast between tones, and that way they don't really have to pre-plan anything. They can just light the whole set and go on there and figure it out. That's the Eli Roth School of Filmmaking. Is this sound design really necessary? Nobody thought he was going to blast a hole in her chest. It's not like you can fool us into thinking that he was really gonna do that.
Your mama was a good woman. Yeah, well, wouldn't know. I hope that you know how much your mama loved you. Let's just leave it at that.
Holy shit, is that Bobby Lee? What are you doing in a movie, buddy? Who put you in here? But then they get to the safe house area, and I guess Cate Blanchett's got an issue with the person. You knew my mom, and I don't like you because we have history.
I'm not staying here.
Okay, bitch, leave then. They're on the hunt for you right now. This is to protect you. And then she goes in the other room and actually throws a fit like a child. She's on the bed pouting. God, I hate this character.
Because of your mother? No, because of you.
They introduce this conflict for no reason. They have a 2-second talk and then it's all worked out. They never bring it up for the rest of the movie. It doesn't factor into anything. They just introduced a conflict to do nothing with it. Guess they just needed a reason to get Jamie Lee Curtis in here. There's not a single character in this movie that I like or that we can connect to. All of them are reduced to just 1 or 2 character traits. And it's always something stupid like weapons expert, likes to throw bombs, bounty hunter, knows tech, big strong guy. In what seems to be a very character-driven movie, why can't you give us at least 1 character arc? Why can't you have anybody go through any sort of change? Why can't you set up some traits for these characters? Now here's the one scene that they put in that's supposed to make you go, wow, now they have a connection. I can see how Cate Blanchett will want to protect this girl now. And it's so poorly done. It's funny. I actually laughed like 3 times during the scene. Then from here on, the whole audience started laughing at their attempts at good dialogue.
Your father is Deucalion Atlas, isn't he?
Yes and no.
Not a yes or no question.
That literally was a yes or no question. Is that your father? Yes or no?
My creator.
Well, I guess that's something. She grew up in a lab. That might be emotionally taxing for her. She probably wants a mom and a dad. She's just a kid after all.
I don't care. I grew up in a lab. I never wanted a mother or a father.
You fucking blew it, movie. Because this movie has to be all about Cate Blanchett and her boring self. It's like they didn't want to exhaust too much attention towards anything else but Cate Blanchett. But Cate Blanchett's character is boring and cuntish, and nobody likes her. I guess the army people found them, so now they have to sneak out of the town. They do this by hiding in a garbage truck, and then they end up getting out of the town fine. And Cate Blanchett looks over and says, is there really another way we can do this? You go ahead. You find something else. You get fucking killed out there. We're in a fucking truck right now when the whole town is secured by a military. You go ahead and find your own way since you want to complain about everything that we do. You've been acting like everything that you're doing is a favor for them. They're trying to help you. I can't stand this character. I just can't.
What? Did you guys want to use it?
Then the whole theater started laughing their ass off. So now we're decently into this movie and we found out what the plot is. They've got to find the keys so they can get into the vault. Their motivation for doing so is a little bit unclear. The plot is that they have to find something so that they can find something, and when they find the last thing, they'll be happy. We don't even really know what that's going to do. It's not like we have clear motivation as to why they want to go there. Is it because they want the weapons or the power or money or what is it? What's the reason? Why are we supposed to care about any of this stuff? But now they're underground and they're looking for this key, and then they run into a bunch of psychos. Claptrap says there's a 0% chance they'll survive if they fight the psychos. There's a really dumb, stupid sequence that allows them to sneak past there. Cate Blanchett finds the key with ease. She just opens the lid to the top box. Seems like on a planet full of people that are doing nothing but looking for these keys would have stumbled across that before. Everybody knows what they look like. They're on advertisements, for fuck's sake. There's multiple trillion-dollar corporations that do nothing but look for these keys. But these fucking idiots can find the key in the matter of one day. Who built this area? Who put it in the box? Why wouldn't they have it? It's literally the most valuable thing on this entire planet. Fuck it, it doesn't matter. Claptrap gives away their location by farting and pooping out bullets and metal fragments.
All people, this has to happen now. Don't judge me.
And even though he said they have a 0% chance of winning a fight against all the psychos, even more of them start storming in, and it's a huge fight. This could have been a good opportunity to show cool guns in action, but nope. Of course, they all survive. There's not a single second that you think anybody's in real danger. They've got to get to this elevator, and Kevin Hart's like, I'll stay down here so I can make the elevator work. They all escape, and it cuts off with him being tackled by like 50 different people. And then 5 minutes later, he gets up from a pile of dead bodies. How the fuck did he do that? I get he's a weapons expert, but you could have shown me how he managed to do that. That would have almost been kind of interesting. But no, the movie wants to show us them walking from place to place and talking about things we don't care about, and then only narrating or having somebody explain the cool shit that happened off screen.
Turn off your brain and grab a bucket of popcorn and be an 11-year-old kid or bring...
If you've seen the trailer, you've seen everything worth note in the movie, and the trailer sucks, so that'll tell you something. As they're escaping from the elevator, it malfunctions and it flies really high in the air and they're all gonna die. But then they teleport to the ground, all of them. And apparently Tina has the power of teleportation, and they can all teleport at any time. They ask her how she was able to do this, and her answer was, yeah, I don't know, it's just something that I do, I guess, I don't know. And then that's it. They don't really follow up on that.
Tiny Tina can teleport. And they asked her like one time, they're like, oh, what the fuck was that? You could teleport? She's like, yeah, I don't know. I guess it just happened. And it never happened again. Just the one time.
He's like, yeah, no, I can teleport.
Once again, they randomly introduce something to the movie that they never touch on or use again. Nobody's even curious as to how she's able to do that or if she can do it again. That might have been useful in the beginning of the movie. She claims to really care about Kevin Hart. Why don't you try to teleport down there and save him? It's like she's aware of the plot armor he has because she's not even really concerned with it. Can we just teleport to the end of the movie? Then something really stupid happens. Really stupid. Cate Blanchett stumbles across her old home, and in her home she sees a drawing from when she was a child. The whole place is vandalized and it's all fucked up, but the drawing is still there, and when Claptrap sees it, a hologram message starts playing, and it's her mom. The message says that she didn't really want to send her away as a child, but she had to because she was the one, she was special, and Pandora's a bad planet. If you needed to convey that message, that's the worst way. For some reason, she programmed Claptrap to find her, but wiped his memory so he didn't know why he had to help her, which obviously is just so the audience doesn't know why. But for whatever reason, she wanted him to not remember this shit when she could have just had him relay the message, or if he saw her, play the message immediately. But instead, they have to go through all this bullshit to where she happens to run into her old childhood home, which is vandalized. The place might have not even been there, but it's vandalized from the inside out. So the chances of her childhood drawing still being there are slim to none, but he happens to scan the drawing and then the fucking projection comes out. The odds of her even coming back to Pandora are low, but if she was going to do that, what makes you think she's gonna follow all those fucking steps? Tina, Jamie Lee Curtis, and the big oaf dude are looking for the vault now, which is something that's been searched for years and years and years, and like I said, there's trillion-dollar corporations just to find it. But these three idiots happen to find it without even really trying that hard. They're able to do that in the span of like a day and a half. Who put that crate there? Who built those stairs? Are you telling me the people that were here before just didn't know about this fucking vault thing? In this universe, a large part of the economy revolves around vault hunting and keys and vaults and vault propaganda. There's businesses devoted towards just vault hunting, and everybody on the planet knows what the vault is. So who put that fucking barrel there? Who was here before? Were they just blissfully unaware of the concept of a vault? Because it's right fucking there. They would have spent time around it. They even put a grate over it. All for this big dumbass to be the one that finds it. It doesn't fucking matter. Whatever. Important to note too that Jamie Lee Curtis thinks that this girl is gonna die right now by opening the vault, so she brings her there anyways, and then that's never resolved at the end. She does that knowingly. So then my favorite guy shows up, the Atlas bad guy, and he shows up with his horrible line delivery and it's like, yup, you led me right to it.
You found the key and the vault itself.
But then not just one ex machina shows up.
Any other objections?
Just one. Did you continue breathing?
A second one shows up.
Hey, asshole!
You might have saved the day if it wasn't for my Atlas Ultra Shield.
What are we doing? Product placements for fictional brands? You might have saved the day if it weren't for my
Samsung Power Shield.
Edgar Rodriguez with his fucking Atlas Primo shield. But only for him. Nobody else gets it. Fuck you.
Quick little product placement in there. Yes, I see you've seen my Atlas shield.
Kate Blanchett's like, yep, I'm the actual one. I'm special. And then the kid's like, I thought I was special. Kate Blanchett looks at her and says, you are special. Just not that kind of special.
But I'm the special.
Well, you are. Just not the way you thought.
Alluding to the fact that she's clearly autistic? I think so, personally.
You got everyone throughout the movie, you're special. You're so special.
Dude, that shit was. She's like, I thought I was special. Oh. You're special.
Just in a different way. Honey, you have autism.
You're fucking retarded.
Then when she goes on the pad to open the vault, oh my fucking god. Jamie Lee Curtis's character looks at her and goes, oh my fucking god, it's the Firehawk.
The legends were true. She's the Firehawk.
And then Kate Blanchett turns into this big fire creature, and we're all supposed to be like, wow, the prophecies are true. When they've never set up the Firehawk a single time in the movie. If you're watching it and you haven't played the game, you're like, what the fuck are they talking about?
After an hour and a half of just nothing, just be like, the legends are true.
Oh yeah, by the way.
You're now the fucking fire.
The world-renowned legend of fucking Firehawk. Well, apparently this is just like everyone knows this, bro. Like they're just all like, oh yeah, that is the Firehawk.
Well, I think that's in the game. I think that's what it is. But like, it's a movie.
Yeah, like
it's not a fucking DLC.
You've never mentioned a Firehawk, not one time in this movie. And now you're throwing this in there, acting like it was like a big thing. It's just so out of nowhere. It's weird. She's gonna destroy the ship because she's the Firehawk. What? The Firehawk wakes up, they end up going in the vault. The fabled vault, the big thing they were leading up to the whole movie. What's in the vault, you might ask? Well, what's in the vault is a bunch of tentacle squid things. That's it. The tentacle squid things take the bad guy away, and then they leave, and then they post up at the top of a building as fireworks go off, and then that's the end of the movie.
Work it out now. Do the Claptrap. Oh, hey, wait, no, what's going on here? No, it's my Easter egg. Ah, you son of a... Don't make me leave. Not when I'm giving the people what they
want. They go on the milk. I've never been in a situation where I can't pour my milk. This guy's talking about, fuck, I can't pour this milk. I gotta go to Burn Dairy. Don't see this movie, guys. Funny thing about this video is I actually uploaded it originally when the movie came out. Lionsgate decided to copyright me to all hell. YouTube has an internal copyright ID system, so I kept editing the video until it was okay with YouTube's copyright system. But after the video came out and it amassed a bunch of views, Lionsgate manually claimed the video and threatened my channel. And I can't help but think that they manually take down videos that negatively review it, because I looked up some positive reviews of Borderlands, or more favorable ones, that used even more footage and even more clips, and those were completely fine. So it seems like Lionsgate was picking and choosing which videos to take down, starting with the ones that negatively reviewed it. I won't get into conspiracy, but it seems like that's definitely the case. They've done that with a ton of other videos on my channel before too. I had a series coming out making fun of all of the Alpha and Omega movies, and I had to stop after the first one because every video I tried to release after that was copyright strike no matter what. Even if I used a few still images from the film, they would still copyright strike it and threaten to take down my entire channel. A strike means a lot these days. So I'm going to cross my fingers when I upload this one. I replaced most of the clips with still images, zooming into the image. It hurts the quality of the video somewhat, but at least I can get the video out there. Not really sure what to do. If they strike this one, I'm gonna have to fight them on it and risk the strike on my channel, which is a pretty big deal. But anyways, I just want to thank you guys for watching this. Thanks for supporting. Subscribe to the channel, please. Watch my other ones if you like this one. Have a blessed day.